lifting up Jesus, opening his word from Australia, Denmark, Israel, Japan, New Zealand, Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland, Singapore, South Africa, United Kingdom, Thailand, the Philippines, United States, and throughout the world. You're watching Moriel TV.
The doctrine in Islam where you are allowed to deliberately lie is called tahwid. It's partially derived from the Quran and partially derived, I believe, from the Hadith. Jay Smith is the absolute expert on this. Dr. Jay Smith, my friend, is the absolute expert that I know of on this particular subject. But yes, Islam does have this teaching of tahwid. You're allowed to lie to the infidel because they don't see it as a lie. They rather see it as giving military disinformation in the jihad to the kafir, to the non-believer, to the infidel. So yeah, Islam teaches permissible lying. So does the Jehovah's Witness cult. It's actually been documented that in their literature they told their people, the thing that was the Awake magazine, they've actually told their people, or it was the Watchtower magazine, I'm not sure which of the two, that to advance Jehovah's kingdom, they're allowed to lie because they keep getting caught on things they can't answer. So Jehovah's Witnesses teach it. But Roman Catholicism certainly teaches it. This came into play in Ireland and was exposed in the media, and in certain instances in the United States as well. But it was certainly an issue in Ireland, where you had the so-called doctrine of mental reservation. This is essentially what they said. You can't directly lie and say something that's flatly untrue, although many of them did, to cover up clerical pedophilia. But you can phrase what you're saying by circumlocution, as it were, in such a way as you create the impression that is not the accurate one in order to protect the reputation of the church. This was their doctrine. In other words, you can phrase something in such a way as you can, in effect, cause somebody to believe something that is not true in order to protect the reputation of the church, by which they meant, essentially, you can, in effect, lie. Now remember, in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus appealed to the spirit of the law. He always interpreted the spirit, interpreted the letter of the law in light of the spirit. The Pharisees were playing legalistic games with the letter. Jesus appealed to the spirit. The letter of the law said, "Thou shalt not commit adultery." The spirit of the law said, if you lust after somebody's husband or wife, you've committed adultery with them. It's just as serious as doing it. Thou shalt not covet. If you desire that which belongs to another, it's as serious as stealing it in God's economy. Jesus always interpreted the letter in light of the spirit. It was the Sanhedrin who played legalistic games with the words. That's why it says at the end, concerning the pill pull, we've explained this before, he spoke as authority, as one with authority, not like the Pharisees. Well, unfortunately, the Church of Rome is like the Sanhedrin. Unfortunately, the College of Cardinals and the Magisterium of the Roman Catholic Church and the councils of bishops, unfortunately, they're like the Sanhedrin. They're Pharisaical. They play games with the letter. They're, in effect, in God's eyes, lying. It is lying. Now, look at what they're saying. It is okay to misrepresent the truth to the police and to a prosecutor in order to protect a pedophile sex criminal, providing the pedophile sex criminal you are in effect lying to protect as a priest or a nun, then you're allowed to do it in Roman Catholicism. This is called the doctrine of mental reservation. Yes, they do it. The Roman Catholic Church does it. Not in the overt way that Islam does it or that the Jehovah's Witnesses do it. They do it in the way that the Pharisees did it. They did it the Bill Clinton way, in other words, with Monica Lewinsky. I did not have sex with that woman. Well, he was defining sex as sexual intercourse, but he was doing other things that were still sexual acts with this woman he was not married to. Problematic. Bill Clinton was the classic Pharisee. That shows you exactly their way of reasoning. Well, Roman Catholicism is the same thing. They're Bill Clintons. That's the doctrine of mental reservation. It's purely Pharisaical. They do the same thing as Islam and Jehovah's Witnesses, but they have a different way of going about it. Yes, this is the doctrine of Tawhid in Islam. It is an instruction among the Jehovah's Witnesses, but its Roman Catholic equivalent is the doctrine of mental reservations, exposed in the pedophile sex scandals in the Republic of Ireland. I have the headline newspaper clippings proving it. God bless and thank you for your question. My name is Jacob Prasch.